Hello, hello! I'm Cocoa Sugar Cosplay, and I'm back with my latest video done in partnership with Fabric Mart Fabrics. For my latest project, I was inspired by this artwork done by Blooming Flowers on Instagram. I just really loved the springtime, pink, and flowery vibes of this. It was just a lot of fun, and I love the fact that her outfit was actually fairly simple, but had a lot of adornments, a lot of jewelry, beautiful flowers. I thought it would be fun to put my own spin on the look. For the main sewing project, I created a very simple off-the-shoulder dress. It was important to me that this project be versatile and be a piece that I could wear in a lot of different ways, whether it's for a specific cosplay or even just as a regular clothing piece. That's enough of me talking, so let's get started.
For this project, I'm using this beautiful cherry blossom pink silk shantung shirting. It's light, flowy, and perfect for a spring or summer look. First up is making the pattern. I'm being super official here and using some newspaper and duct tape to make mine. I'm also using a shirt that I already have in my closet. It has a relaxed fit, so it'll be perfect for creating this slouchy maxi dress. I start with my shirt folded in half and I lay out my newspaper. Then I trace onto the paper the general shape of the shirt. Since this is going to be an off-the-shoulder look, I don't need to go all the way up the shirt. In this case, I lucked out and can use the stripes as a bit of a guide. When I'm done, I cut out the part for the top half of the dress. You'll notice I say top half because we're missing a bottom. We'll be doing that part next. After measuring out my desired length, I added some more newspaper to the bottom of the pattern. I then drew the rest of the pattern, starting from the top where the top half of the dress ended and continuing on to the bottom where I had marked out my desired length measurement. Next up was the sleeve. I traced the general curve where the arm meets the rest of the dress and made sure to measure out the overall length that I wanted the sleeve to be. Then I traced and cut, following the same steps as before. Next, I moved on to the fabric. I started off by marking the general placement of the pattern and tracing it onto the fabric using a chalk pencil. As you can see, I'm using super professional pattern weights here. But seriously, just use whatever you have on hand. You don't need to have anything fancy. I cut out my dress pattern, traced the sleeve, and cut that out too. Next, it was time to move on to pinning. Off camera, I finished the sides of my pieces with my serger. This is to keep the fabric from fraying, and it gives it a nice look. If you don't have a serger, you could use a zigzag stitch or a different finishing method. Next, I stitched down the side seams for the dress and for each sleeve. Next, I have to create the channel for the elastic at the wrist. I do this by folding over the edge and pressing it with my iron. Then I pin it shut and run it through on the machine. I use a safety pin to feed the elastic through the channel. This is my tried and true method, but if you have a proper feeding tool, you could use that too, or a tube turner, or just your hands, honestly. But it might be trickier that way. Once you're done, you'll want to stitch the elastic together and then close the open hole in the channel. Once you've done this for both sleeves, you can pin the sleeves onto the rest of the dress and then stitch it up on the sewing machine. I followed the exact same process for ironing, pinning, sewing, and feeding the elastic through on the top channel of the dress. The last step was finishing the hem. I serged the raw edge and then did a simple single fold on my machine. After everything was through, I gave it a good press on the iron, and here's the final look.
I don't usually do these outros while still wearing cosplay and makeup and all that, but honestly this is just really comfortable. I'm kind of feeling this wig, so I'm gonna keep it on. But I hope you had fun and I hope you learned something. If this video inspires you to do your own version or your own look, please tag me. I'd love to see it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.